Hey guys, I hope you're ready for some satisfying fall deep cleaning. We're going to be decorating my front porch for the fall and just tackling some deep cleaning tasks today. I hope you're ready. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to get something done with me. Hello to all of my wonderful YouTube friends. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you're having a good day. We're going to be doing a lot in today's video. I am starting out while the girls were all at school. I was trying to do a little bit of cleaning during the day, and then you'll see me pick up later at night and kind of do my nighttime cleaning routine, and I'll do some extra cleaning. But then the next day we're going to be doing some fall decorating outside. I'll be doing some satisfying deep cleaning outside on my front porch. I'll be cleaning windows, scrubbing concrete, and then decorating the front porch. I'm also going to be sharing with you a one-pot chili recipe that was kid approved and some breakfast meal prep. So a lot we're going to be doing in today's video. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're ready. So if you're new here, I like to chat with you guys. This community is so important to me, and I kind of feel like we're just girlfriends or just friends. I guess I shouldn't assume you're all girls, but I feel like we're just chatting away, cleaning maybe you're relaxing, maybe you're working out. I know some of you guys will walk or run on the treadmill with me, which I think is awesome. Either way, I'm just going to chat. I have a lot I want to talk about today, a lot from last week. Part of it involves my low point to the week, and the low point was pretty low. We'll get into that, but a few things I want to address from last week's video. I want to thank you guys because a lot of you guys suggested, or you told me that I needed, in a very nice way, you told me that I needed to fluff my olive tree, which I was cracking up because I read the first comment. And Kit, I think that's your name. She comments a lot, and she's been around for a long time. She was like, "Do you need to fluff the olive tree?" And I thought it was so sweet of her because she said it in such a nice way. And I was like, I don't know. Do I have to fluff the olive tree? I guess I do. And I was like, I guess I'll do that. I had no idea that I needed to do this. I was like, thank you, Kit. And then I had a few other comments, and they're like, yeah, you need to fluff the olive tree. I had no idea. So you guys tell me that I teach you things when it comes to cleaning. You guys also teach me things because I had no idea that I had to fluff the olive tree. So thank you for letting me know. I fluffed the olive tree. If you're new to Jamie's Journey, welcome. We have an amazing community here, and I say we because while this is my YouTube channel, the community is really important for me and for you guys, and it's not just all about me. Yes, I create the content, but you guys are a huge part of it. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have this platform, and you guys add so much value, whether it's in the comments or helpful ways. So the community is amazing. We are all here to welcome you if you're new. So my goal for this channel is just to help you in some way. You know, maybe it's to give you some cleaning motivation. Maybe you watch me cleaning and you're like, oh, I want to get up and clean my house. Like, I know for me, when I see people working out, if there's like a Peloton commercial and someone is drenched in sweat, I get this itch to want to go and work out, even if I already worked out. So hopefully I can give you guys some motivation, or maybe I just entertain you in some way, keep you busy while you're working out. Or I even had someone one time say they listened to me on their drive to work. Whatever it is, thank you for being here, and I just hope I can impact your life in a positive way. Life is too hard and too short to not spend your time doing things that you love. So I really hope that you enjoy your time here. For me, you know, my house isn't always perfectly decorated. It's not always perfectly clean. It is messy. I sometimes have children's socks on my kitchen counters, which is, I know, gross, but I just hope that I can show you the real life messes that occur. And I'm certainly not perfect. I make mistakes, which I did last week. We'll get into that with the good week and bad week, or the high point and low point to my week. So I am imperfect, and I hope you enjoy your time being here. Thank you. So I had totally not planned on doing all of this cleaning. Sometimes at night, especially if I'm by myself, because I always don't get to clean by myself, sometimes I get in this like groove and I don't want to stop. So I had no plans on cleaning this much this evening, but I think that with the kids gone, or the kids not in the kitchen in the living room while I was cleaning, I just kept moving, kept grooving. I was listening to some music and I was just feeling good. So I did a little bit of extra that I had not originally planned on doing this evening. But here in the next few days, I plan on decorating our front porch for the fall. I'm not really doing a ton. I think there for a while in our old house, I would go overboard for myself. I don't think my decorating is ever overboard, because I like more of like a cleaner look. I don't like a lot of decorations, but in the past I probably would do more, and here, I don't know, I'm just feeling more minimalistic this year. So I'm going to keep it pretty simple, but we're going to be doing some deep cleaning outside, and then I will be decorating. So that's what we're going to be doing. I will say that as I decorate the front porch, I think it's pretty minimalistic. I don't think I've ever gone overboard with decorating because it's just not my thing. You know, I want my house to look nice. I want the front of my house to look nice, but decorating doesn't fuel me. It doesn't, you know, like, I don't love it. So I try not to go too overboard. So I'm keeping it pretty simple this year. And really the front porch, I only decorate for fall. I mean, I have like my most of the year porch decorations from like the spring until the summer, because like the winter, it's snowy and the wind is crazy, it's almost like not worth it to put much on your front porch. But at least for the fall, I do put in a little bit of effort because I get to leave it up for 3 months. So I typically don't get into high point and low point of the week until later in the video, but I want to, there's just more I want to talk about, and it does involve YouTube, so let's get into it now before we get to the fun decorating. So in last week's video, I had made an editing mistake, and I thought everything was fine, but it wasn't. My video went live, and I was at breakfast with some family members, and when I checked my phone, the video had been up for 2 hours, and I realized my mistake. When I saw the mistake, and it was just truly a mistake, I'm human, I make mistakes, and I saw the mistake and I felt sick to my stomach. My heart sank, and you know, I got a lot of messages, you guys letting me know, oh, go fix this, which was so nice. There were some, you know, not so positive comments. Some people were upset of this mistake, and it was really hard for me because I had made a mistake and it was my fault. But you know, when you make a mistake and then it almost felt like I knew I made the mistake, but then it hurt to see the negative comments because it was never my intention to make the error. It was truly a mistake, and I spent the better part of Sunday feeling really upset. And I got a couple messages from you guys, like 99% of you guys were just like, no, we totally get it. We just wanted to let you know it was a mistake. And I got a couple messages. One in particular, she sent me a video message and I literally cried because I had made a mistake and I was beating myself up for it. And then I had some of you guys just lift me up. You lift me up when I have down moments or down days. And I always say I'm grateful for this community, but it's especially in those moments when I was beating myself up and I needed someone to hug me and tell me that it was going to be okay, because ultimately it's going to be fine. You know, it's okay. Everyone's okay. Like, no one's hurt or anything. And I'm just grateful. My low point is I made a mistake. I fixed it. It's fine. But I'm just grateful that I have this community because you guys impact me in such a positive way, and I'm lucky to have you. So thank you for that. You made my low point a little bit better.
Different place now. 'Cause you and I on our way.
So I will have all of these cleaning tools, so like the power washer, there's the soap dispenser that I attached to the power washer, this window cleaning tool. I will have all of these linked in the description. So if you guys want to check it out and do some fall deep cleaning, you can. But let's talk about high point to the week. So the high point to the week is last weekend. Mike and I had a really good weekend. We kind of had an at-home date night in the basement. So we put the kids to bed, and typically when they go to bed, we'll watch TV. Like right now we're watching Suits. We love watching TV, and that's what we do a majority of the time. But this time I'm like, let's not watch TV. Let's just sit down, let's chat. We were playing games. Like I pulled out like our old board games, and even games that you have to play with multiple people. We just kind of like altered it if we could with 2 people. Just a way to create conversations, laugh, joke. We were watching football. We had football on in the background. We were in the basement. We had football up like above the bar. So that was kind of behind us. And it was on in the background, and it was just so nice to unplug. We were not around anyone else. The kids were in bed. We didn't have our phones out. We weren't watching TV, and we were just laughing and having fun. And I think right now, you know, where we're at in our lives, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate if you're in this part of your life. You know, raising young children and being busy with activities and work and all of that, you know, sometimes there are parts where you just feel like you're partners. You know, you make an effort to do what you can and capitalize on the moments you can so you don't feel like partners, but it is just where we're at right now. And so we're always trying to capitalize on those moments when we can kind of come back to each other. And that's what we did last weekend. And it was just like the next morning, he was like, I had so much fun with you last night. And so did I. So it was just nice to unplug and have fun together. So that was definitely the high point to my week. I will also have the decor, or what I can link. Like I said, it's pretty minimal out here, but I do want you guys to check out these wreaths. I have a really sweet follower who made these beautiful wreaths for me, and I'm just so grateful for all of her hard work. She does amazing work, as you can see. Those beautiful wreaths on the front porch, and then you're going to see me put one on the side door. When I opened these up in the box, I told Mike, wow, she is so talented. I'm going to have her Etsy shop linked down below. It's Little Black Door Wreaths. Her name is Denise, and as you guys can see, she does some really, really good work. So I will have her store linked below, but definitely go check out her store. She doesn't just have fall wreaths. There's other options, but she does amazing work, and I highly suggest you guys go check her out for any wreaths that you need. So this is a few days later because the mums that we have were actually a fundraiser for Avery School, and they didn't come in until like 3 days after I decorated. So this is actually a few days later, and then we'll get back to the day that I was actually cleaning. So I just wanted to put all of the front porch stuff together at once so you guys could see that. But the mums are from a local nursery. It was a fundraiser through Avery School, so they aren't available for purchase. But I was trying to find a cheap way to raise the mums, and so I bought buckets from the dollar store. I thought it would just be a cheap way, and they just didn't end up working. So I ended up using the planter pots from the front porch that we used in the spring and the summer. I don't necessarily love the white right now, but it'll do. I think it looks fine. I did think about painting them, but I want to keep them for next year. So I think next year I'll maybe get some black ones or different planter pots. So because I was coming in and out, the floors were pretty dirty, and I want to give them a really good cleaning. And I'm using my Bissell Crosswave with Hydro Steam. And so for the first time, I was using this new, well, it's limited edition, but they're fall solution scents. So the one that I chose was apple spice. It smelled so good. And then there was, I think it was like woodland pines. But I love how the Bissell Crosswave has scents that go along with the seasons. That's my favorite. And I was using this, so I know I get asked a lot about this versus the Tinco wet dry vacuum that I have. This one has a steam mode option. It is heavier duty. I mean, it's a lot heavier than my Tinco. It's corded because you have that steam mode option. You need a cord for it. So it's bulkier, it's heavier, but it has more features. It has, I mean, it's kind of nice because you don't have to worry about runtime because of the cord. So there's definitely options about this that make it great. I love my Tinco as well. I always say this, it just truly depends on what you need. Everyone is going to have different situations, different house flooring, different needs, you know, and all of that. So because of that, I think both of them are great options. It just depends on what would work best for your family. But I went with this because I wanted to use the steam mode option, and I was really excited to use that apple spice Bissell cleaning solution.
Lately I have learned that they come and they go just as fast. They are slowly fading through the smoke, and I can hear myself think I'm alright.
so another question I got last week. So I think I got a lot of like, you got to fluff your olive tree, which I was like, oh, this is why you guys are amazing, because you guys teach me something. I had no idea I needed to fluff that olive tree. So I needed to fluff the olive tree, and then obviously the whole mistake that I made. Then other people were asking about my treadmill, because I had wood beams, like little wood pieces under the treadmill, and someone asked like why I had the wood beams there, and it's because the treadmill is broke. The treadmill has been broke for a while, and I don't even remember how or why. It might have been in the move. It might have gotten broken, and Mike tried to surprise me with a new one at some point, and I was like, no, let's wait until this one literally stops working. You know how sometimes if you're forced to buy something, you're like, darn, I gotta get a new X, Y, and Z. And as much as you don't want to spend the money to buy something, you're kind of like, I'm glad that I have an excuse to buy a newer version. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. But for the treadmill, it's one of those, I almost compare it to a phone. Like nowadays with iPhones, it's like the new phones really don't offer anything that much different other than maybe camera quality than previous versions. So to me, it's not that exciting to get a new phone. You know, when you were in like high school or college, when you were dying to upgrade your phone, every 2 years, and you'd get so excited to get a new phone, like the Razr or the Sidekick or something like that. And it's fun. To me, like now, to upgrade your phone, it's like not that exciting because it doesn't change that much. And that's how I feel about my treadmill. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have a nicer treadmill because I use it all of the time. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it's still just me running. Like I can run on this treadmill, I can run on a new treadmill. I don't use the fancy features. So I told Mike, nope, we're gonna wait until I run this into the ground. So right now we need those wood beams or I won't be able to use it. So that's why there's wood beams under the treadmill. So here I was making a one pot chili recipe. It's a very simple recipe. I'll have it linked below. I have it simmering. I just browned some ground beef, added some seasonings and some tomato sauce as you guys saw me do, and I'll finish that here in a little bit, but again, the recipe's below. And then here I'm just meal prepping some birthday cake overnight oats. The girls love this. If you guys have been around for a while, you've probably seen me make this a million times, but it's a very popular recipe. I get asked about this all the time, so I know some of you guys have seen this recipe a lot. I just like sharing it because a lot of people like seeing it, and I know some of you guys may be new. It's a healthy breakfast. It's filling. I like it. All three girls love it. And I just try to do it every couple of weeks because I don't want them to get bored of it. I've tried a couple other flavors and they always come back and ask for this recipe. So maybe this one, I guess, is superior, but I will have this recipe linked below as well. But if you have kids or picky eaters, the chili recipe that I'm making, this was the first time that I made it, and I picked it specifically because it's simple. I always pick recipes that have minimal ingredients because I don't like to cook, but also my kids can be picky, and so I was trying to keep the flavor, not super spicy, not too many ingredients, because they don't like when there's too many peppers or too many beans. So I wanted like a simple recipe with not a lot of spice, and it fit the bill because they all ate it really, really good. And this was their first time eating chili. So it's a pretty good recipe if you have kids who are picky. here to clean, wipe down this bathroom since it's the bathroom that gets used the most. And I also notice like a lot of just like fingerprints and stuff on the inside of the door. But okay, so you know when something makes you really, really mad, like it activates you and you get angry and you realize that you're overreacting and you know that, but you can't help it, but you just get really angry. For example, this typically happens when I'm hungry. I do get hangry pretty easily. And so when I get hangry, like it's almost like my shirt will get stuck on something and I get angry. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Those little things that just set you off when you're in a bad mood. So something that sets me off, that drives me crazy. So, you know, I have 2 out of my 3 kids cannot reach the vanity without using a step stool. So most days I go in here and this is what happens. Now, obviously I can just move it, put it in the corner, where I typically keep it. But the amount of times I come in this bathroom in a given day and it's like this, it drives me crazy, absolutely crazy. I thought about getting a folding step stool, and in the old house I used a command strip hook on our vanity. We had a full vanity, and I hung the little potty seat when the girls were potty training, like the little potty seat that would go on the toilet, on the command strip right there, so it had a place to go out of the way, all of that. I thought about doing that with a folding step stool, but let's be honest, are the kids really going to collapse it and hang it up when they're done using the sink? It's not likely, and this is a temporary problem. It shouldn't be too much longer. The little girls, the twins, are almost old enough to where they can fully reach that. But I'm sure a lot of you moms can relate. It's just, I don't know, it drives me crazy. And I'm like kind of excited to not have any step stools. Just wanted to share that because I'm sure some of you guys can relate and you're like, oh yeah, it drives me crazy when this happens or that happens, but it shouldn't be too much longer. And hopefully I won't be so activated when I walk into this bathroom every day. Why is there something about, well, I love a foaming cleaner. I typically use the Jaws foaming cleaner because I love the Jaws cleaners. Like those are my go-to everyday cleaners. But I do really like how this cleaner is colored. It just makes cleaning more fun. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but sometimes it's fun to switch up your cleaning products, or if you gotta spray a cleaner, it's just more fun if it's colorful than if it's white. So this is it was the Kaboom with OxyClean. I think I just got it from Walmart or something like that, but I think they're onto something making it colorful, because for me, it's something that I always like to have on hand, because sometimes I'm like, I'm just feeling the colorful foaming cleaner. So that's why I was using that one. So here I was using the Mr. Clean, multi-surface cleaner to wipe down the bathroom. And I know you're like, Jamie, you just mopped in there. And I did. But something with this bathroom, you guys see it gets pretty dirty. This bathroom gets used way more than any other bathroom in the house. And I was just feeling like I need to really scrub the floors. I wanted to get around the toilet, so that's why I'm cleaning. I always get asked if I ever scrub the floor on my hands and knees, like why I'm doing that. And it's sometimes I just like to do that. I don't know what it is. I mean, obviously I'm not going to go on my hands and knees throughout all of our kitchen, but sometimes for smaller areas, I like to just scrub it with my hand, just every once in a while. All right, I put that step stool back, and now I was going to add some peppers. Now this recipe did not call for peppers, but my girls do like peppers, so I wanted to throw those in there just to add some veggies. I love red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers in my chili, but again, I'm not going to push my luck too much with black beans and peppers. So I did add shredded cheddar cheese and some crushed up Fritos. And like I said, they all eat it. So it's a pretty simple meal, one pot, so you really can't go wrong. You may have to add some, like if you're making this for yourself or other adults or non-picky eaters, you may have to add some more seasonings or flavoring to your taste. But again, I'll have the recipe linked below.